Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is a created franchise on MLB, the show 20 on the PS4. A created franchise that's been wedged into the American League West Division. This is took the place of the Houston Astros. The Knights currently, it's about a week before the All-Star break. The Knights are 60-32. They're in first place, and as you can see from the standings, they have a 6-game lead over the Seattle Mariners in the division. Let's jump into this next game in the schedule. So, 3-game set at Washington against the Nationals, Interleague, and then 3-game set against the Tampa Bay Rays, then the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game, as you can see. So we lost the first game of this 3-game set against the Nationals 5-3. Time for game number 2. View organizations games. Game option, play game. Okay. Auto utilize. Play full game. We are the away team in Washington, D.C. As you can see, this is the Nationals home park. Clear skies. Madison Bumgarner is the starter. Everyone looks good. Let's rock and roll. So, welcome to a presentation of Major League Baseball here in Washington, D.C. as the Bronx Knights visit the Washington Nationals. On the mound for the Nationals is Jose Urena, making his 19th start of the season. His record is 1-6 with a 4.86 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is the center fielder, Max Luklitch, hitting .326, 4 homers, 27 RBIs, and he also has 27 stolen bases. So he leads off, switch hitter batting from the left side. And he pulls it hard to the second baseman. Joe Morgan fields, fires, and that is the first out of the ball game. Starting lineup for the Knights, Luklitch just led off. Don Mattingly at first, Chris Ramos at second, Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop, Benny Lo Cicero is in right, Matt Saps is the DH, Matt Termini is at third, and batting ninth, catching is Anthony Millo. So, Don Mattingly hitting .307. This is Bronx Knights baseball. Welcome. Takes outside for ball 1. He's hitting .307, 18 homers, 69 runs batted in on the season. And it's a hard line drive, but right there is the right fielder who makes the catch for out number 2.
Batting third, the second baseman.
Next up is the second baseman, Chris Ramos. He's hitting .374, 38 homers, 91 runs batted in. Those are tops in all 3 categories in the running for the Triple Crown. He's up with 2 outs here in the first. Outside corner, strike 1. And according to the statistic, he is the June Player of the Month. Again at the knees, quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes. 2 tough pitches from Urena. Strike 3, he does not agree with the call. So half inning of baseball gone by here in Washington. Bronx Knights nothing, Washington Nationals coming to bat. On the mound for the Knights is Madison Bumgarner. He has been in and out of the rotation this season. This is his 4th start. He's 6-2, 2.98 earned run average. And leading off for the Nationals is Joe Morgan. .296, 18 homers, 50 runs batted in for the Nats. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bronx Knights are 28 games over 500, for good for first place. That's Matt Termini at third base and Michael O'Rourke in left field. Count is 0-1. Hard line drive down the line. It just drops foul, just misses the chalk, and that's strike number 2. Ground ball to third. Termini has it, throws across the diamond for the first out. Here in the bottom of the first. Starting lineup for the Nats is Joe Morgan, bat at second, Bo Bichette at short. Willie McCovey is the DH, Dave Kingman is in left. Torrey Hunter is at center fielder, Goldschmidt is at first base. J.D. Davis is at third, Russell Martin is catching, and Tyler Naquin is batting ninth and in right field. So Bo Bichette's hitting .310. He steps in with 1 out. On the outside corner, strike one. Grounds it up the first base line, just foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bichette. Lazy fly ball, shallow center. Luklitch is there. He makes the catch, out number 2. Next up is Willie McCovey. He is hot in his last handful of games. He's 11 for his last 22. Overall, 283, 9 homers, 27 runs batted in. Outside corner with the breaking ball, strike one. Changeup floats in there for strike two. Pulls it foul down the first base line. Count remains 0-2 on McCovey. Strike three, takes the high pitch, calls it strike three. McCovey does not like the call, but the side is retired, so after one full inning, there's no score here in Washington. Bottom of the second, leading off is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke. He's hitting .335, 20 homers, 64 runs batted in. Pitch is just off the plate outside, ball one. And he pops it up in the infield. First baseman charges in, makes the catch, one away. Defensive alignment for the Nationals in the outfield from left to right. It's Dave Kingman, Torrey Hunter, Tyler Naquin. And in the infield is J.D. Davis, Bo Bichette, Joe Morgan, Paul Goldschmidt, and Russell Martin behind the plate. So with one out, Jacob Salazar, the shortstop for the Knights, steps to the plate. And he pops up the first pitch in the left field corner. Shortstop is there, makes the catch, two away. So next up is Benny Locicero, the right fielder. He's hitting .289, 20 homers, 73 runs batted in. He also has 10 steals. Pitch is high, ball one. That is not true. 19 doubles does not lead the Knights. And he pulls the two-seamer foul down the first base line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Locicero. And he pulls it down the line. It has a chance, but it just drops foul. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missed the line. Just gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. And he pulls it through the hole between first and second. That's the first hit for the Knights. A 2-out single for Benny Locicero. Here's the replay. Leg kick. One-handed swing. Pulls it between first and second. So next up is the designated hitter, Matthew Saps. .259, 14 homers, 49 runs batted in. He takes off on the first pitch. Throw to second is not in time. That's stolen base number 11 for Locicero. And he puts himself in scoring position where a single can get the run in with 2 outs. Nice base running. So count is 1-0 on Saps. Cicero leads off second. And he swings to the next pitch and skies it deep. But at the warning track, the center fielder makes the catch to retire the side. So, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and after an inning and a half of baseball, there's still no score here in D.C. So we go to the bottom of the second. Dave Kingman steps up. He's hitting .283 on the season. Bumgarner deals. High strike, but strike nonetheless. Big strike zone by this home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. And he pops him up on the third base in foul territory, straddling the line. Termini makes the catch for the first out. So defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right is Mike O'Rourke, Max Luklitch, Benny Lo Cicero. And in the infield is Matt Termini, Jacob Salazar, Chris Ramos, Don Mattingly with Anthony Millo behind the plate. Bronx Knights are 4th in the American League in fielding percentage amongst all of baseball. Torrey Hunt steps up, .228 average. Takes a pitch, fouls it off, strike 1. 17 homers, 44 runs batted in. Won the Gold Glove Award for center field last season. Breaking ball is low and inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls it off, count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Torrey. Grounds it to the pitcher. Bumgarner throws to first, and there's 2 away. Easy inning so far for Bumgarner. Paul Goldschmidt steps to the plate, the first baseman. .312, 20 homers, 55 runs batted in. At the knees, strike 1. Career versus Madison Bumgarner. He's 3 for 6 with a homer. Out in front of the cut fastball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Goldschmidt. Deep drive. In the gap at the 377 sign. It is a home run for Paul Goldschmidt. His 21st of the season, a solo shot, and just like that, the Nationals take an early 1-0 lead here in the second inning. And the stadium wakes up predictably. Here's the replay. So now he's 4 for 7 with 2 home runs against Bumgarner, career-wise. So next up is J.D. Davis, 9 for his last 20. Overall, he's hitting .279 with 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for the Nationals. Deep drive, but it's slicing into the seats. Strike 1. Pops him up. Behind the plate, Millo is there. He makes the catch, and the side is retired, but not before Goldschmidt gives the Nationals a 1-0 lead here at the end of 2. So we go to the top of the third baseman Matt Termini hitting .298, 6 homers, 46 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate. And he jams him in on his hands, fly ball towards the gap. Oh, diving play by Kingman, bounces off the heel of his glove, and it's going to be a leadoff double for Termini. That's his 22nd double of the season. I thought he was tracking it, but then he dove at the last minute, popped off the heel of the glove, and by the time he got the ball to second base, it was a stand-up double. So runner in scoring position for the catcher, Anthony Millo. Millo is hitting .234, 6 homers, 32 runs batted in. And a ground ball base hit through the right side. He makes the turn at third base. Strong throw to the plate. is up the line. He swings. No, he's safe. That's an RBI single for Millo. And the ball game is tied at 1.
Now batting, number 38.
Strong throw from the outfield. Up the line. Didn't get the swipe tag on. And he was safe at the plate. So, score is tied at 1 here in the top of the third. Next up is the lineup turns over. Max Luklitch is 0 for 1 in this game. He steps in. Still nobody out. And he pulls it through the right side for a base hit. So there'll be runners at first and second here with nobody out here in the top of the third.
The first baseman, number 23.
Holding the runner on, there was a big hole on the right side between first and second. So next up is Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball lined out in the first. And he hits it through the left side this time on the ground. He makes the turn. The throw to the plate is up the line. It's an RBI single for Donnie Baseball. And the score is now Bronx Knights leading 2-1. 3 straight hits by the Knights causes the pitching coach to make a trip to the mound to have a conversation with Urania. There's runners at first and third here, still with nobody out, as the very dangerous Chris Ramos steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. At the knees, strike 1. As we said in the first, he has a team high and league high 38 homers and 91 runs batted in. He's up there with 2 runners on and nobody out. And he pulls it hard but foul. So the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. He's leading the league in slugging percentage as well, as you can see there. Pitch is low, ball 1, count is 1-2 on Ramos. Again, runners lead off first and third here in the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he breaks his bat. Foul territory, third baseman makes the catch. And there's 1 away. He does not get the runner home from third base. Still, first and third with 1 out. Next up is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke. He's 0 for 5 in this series so far, 0 for 1 today. It's a good RBI opportunity. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball for strike 1. If you want to look at things on the negative side, O'Rourke has grounded into 10 double plays in this season so far. Low in the dirt, it gets away. Luklitch is coming home, and he will make it. So the score on the wild pitch is 3-1 Knights. So, runner at second. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Score is 3-1. Pitch is outside in the dirt. Blocks this one nicely. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Fouls off the curveball the other way. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mattingly leads off second. And he flares it out in the other way into left field for a base hit. Throw to the plate is in time. He gets him out at the home plate for the second out of the inning. So it's single. But he does not get the RBI as Don Mattingly is thrown out at home plate. So runner at first, 2 down here in the top of the third. Pitch out. Nothing doing on the base paths. O'Rourke was not stealing on that pitch. Jacob Salazar hitting .336, 12 homers, 59 runs batted in. Popped out in the first. Big lead for O'Rourke at first. And it's a line drive the other way, and it's going to be first and second with 2 outs, and they are tattooing him. Here's the replay. They're just going with it. So next up, Benny Lo Cicero. Singled in the second. There's 2 runners on, 2 out. And he hits it to shallow center. This should do it. Center fielder makes the catch to retire the side, but not before they get 3 runs. And after 2.5 innings of baseball, the Bronx Knights lead 3-1. Heidi Watney, we're sorry. There seems to be something wrong with your microphone. We're going to have to get a technician down there in order to fix that. So we apologize. So we'll return to home plate as Russell Martin, the catcher, hitting .241, steps up to the plate. 5 homers, 18 runs batted in the season. It's the bottom of the 3rd, and the Knights have 3-1 lead. At the knees, 93 on the radar gun, strike 1. Curveball in there, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And he fouls off the changeup. Count remains 0-2. In there with the cut fastball. Struck out looking, first out. That's Bumgarner's 2nd strikeout of the game. Next up is Tyler Naquin, hitting .255, 12 homers, 35 runs batted in. He's the number 9 hitter today. Swing and a miss, cut fastball, strike 1. Swing and a miss again, this time out in front of the changeup. And the count is 0-2 on Naquin. And he fouls the fastball back behind the screen.
Ball 1.
Misses low. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Naquin. And he fouls it back again. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Score is 3-1 Knights. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. Strikeout number 3 for Bumgarner.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
So the leadoff man, Joe Morgan, steps in for his 2nd plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. In there, strike 1.
0-1.
Out in front of the changeup, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. He has 50 runs batted in. That's pretty darn good for a leadoff man as we approach the All-Star break. Strike 3, outside corner, gets him looking, and the side is retired. He strikes out the side here in the 3rd, and at the end of 3, it's the Bronx Knights 3, the Washington Nationals 1. So, top of the 4th, Matthew Saps steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in today's ballgame. Urania deals. Out in front of the slider, strike 1. Wishes he had that pitch back. Low ball 1, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on the designated hitter. And it's a line drive down the left field line. It will roll all the way into the corner for a base hit. He rounds first, goes to second. It will be a stand-up double for Matthew Saps here at the top of the 4th, his 14th double of the season. And as you can see, the starting pitcher has given up 8 hits in 3 innings pitched, 3 plus. And it has not been a good start. So, Matt Termini, the 3rd baseman, steps up to the plate, takes low ball 1. He had a double in this game, run scored, he's 1 for 1. And he's a little late on the two-seam fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Termini's hitting .361 with runners in scoring position, so his average with runners in scoring position is about 60 points higher than his regular season average. Swing and a miss, inside fastball. Count is 1-2. Score is 3-1 here in the top of the 4th. And it's a lazy fly ball to the right field. Oh, it drops in for a hit. He lollygagged that ball. So it's runners at first and second here with 1 out, I believe.
Number 43.
No, nobody out. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Anthony Millo, the catcher, steps up. He's got an RBI single today. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. And it is a fly ball towards the gap. He's going to tag up at second. So it's a productive out, as now there's a runner at third base with less than 2 outs here in the 4th. So first and third and 1 out as the leadoff man steps up, Max Luklitch, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Outside, ball 1. And that's a line drive, which is going to fall in there. Oh, off his glove. It's going to be an RBI double for Max Luklitch, and the score is now 4-1. That's his 30th double of the season here in the first half of this season.
Mattingly.
Off the heel of the glove. He almost made a brilliant catch. So next up is Don Mattingly. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pitches outside, ball 1. He has 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Swing and a miss, outside fastball, 97 on the radar gun. Donnie Baseball's hitting .362 with runners in scoring position. Fouls off the changeup. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mattingly. Outside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners lead off second and third. And the count will go full. 3-2. Fouls it off, stays alive. We'll do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And he just gets a piece, stays alive. Change up, do it again. Line drive, it's a base hit, and it's going to be a 2-run single for Don Mattingly. And the Bronx Knights lead 6-1. That is some great hitting.
Now batting, second baseman.
RBIs number 71 and 72 for Don Mattingly on the season. And again, the score is 6-1. So, manager for the Nationals has seen enough. Making calls for the bullpen. He asked for the right-hander. In from the bullpen comes Brady Singer, who gave the Bronx Knights a hard time in Game 1 of this series. He's pitched in 13 games. He's 3-2 with a 5.44 earned run average. So next up is Chris Ramos. He is 0 for 2 today. Runner at first with 1 out. And he hits it off the end of the bat, skies it to right field. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder.
Runner does not advance. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, next up is Michael O'Rourke. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Chases a pitch outside for strike 1. Pitch is low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on the left fielder.
Ball,
2
that's off
balls
the plate.
and 1 strike. And he pops it up. Short right field. Second baseman Morgan is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. But they get 3 more runs. And after 3.5 innings of baseball, it is the Bronx Knights 6, the Washington Nationals 1. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bo Bichette, the shortstop, steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today, a fly out. And he fouls off the fastball, strike number 1. He won the Silver Slugger Award for shortstops in the National League last season. Deep drive, but playable in center for Luklitch. He makes the catch for out number 1.
The batter, number 44. Designated hitter.
So Willie McCovey struck out in the 1st. He is 0 for 1. He steps in with 1 out here in the 4th. In there, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Nope,
Pitch is low. Count is 1 and 2. I can only assume that Willie McCovey played for the San Francisco Giants as thinking of McCovey Cove. Hard line drive up the middle past the diving attempt by Salazar. It is a base hit from McCovey, and the Washington Nationals have a runner at first with 1 down. Here's the replay. So next up is Dave Kingman, the left fielder. He is 0 for 1. 1 for 5 in the series so far. Inside corner with the breaking ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Kingman. Runner leads off first. And he fouls it back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Count is 0 and 2. So the Nationals won the first game of this 3-game set 5-3. This is game number 2. And he slices it foul into the camera well. Bronx Knights are 60 and 32 on the season, and they have a 6-game lead in their division. Oh, this one is high. It is deep. That is a 2-run home run for Dave Kingman, his 24th of the season, and the score is now 6-3. Oof. Killed it. That's deep. Oof. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 3-run ball game as Torrey Hunter, the number 9 hitter, steps up. He's 0 for 1. Fouls off the pitch the other way. Strike 1. Cutter misses inside. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Hunter. Out in front of the breaking ball. Count is 1 and 2. And he pokes it foul. Count remains 1 and 2. Just gets a piece of the fastball, 95 miles an hour on the radar gun. Pulls the changeup foul. Count remains 1 and 2. It's a battle. Cut fastball, foul back. Ground ball to the second baseman. Ramos fields it, fires, and there's 2 away here in the 4th.
Now back, first baseman, Paul.
Next up, Paul Goldschmidt. He had a solo homer in the 2nd inning. He is up there for his 2nd plate appearance. At the knees, strike 1. As we said before, his career versus Bumgarner is 4 for 7 with 2 homers. He sees the ball well out of his hand. Cut fastball in there, down 0-2. And he skies it to left. Lo Cicero is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So, it's a 3-run ball game here in Washington, D.C. The end of 4 innings of play. It's the night 6. The Nationals 3. We go to the top of the 5th. Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, steps in to lead off. He is 1 for 2 with a single.
The shortstop, Jacob Salazar.
And he pulls it hard but foul. Just gets a piece of the 2-seam fastball. Count is 0-2. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the 5th on Salazar. Payoff pitch. And it's a 1-hopper to Joe Morgan at second. He throws to first, and there's 1 away. Benny Lo Cicero is 1 for 2 with a single. It's 1 out here in the 5th. Swinging to miss the fastball in the outside corner. Strike 1. Just off the plate. And it's a line drive caught by the shortstop, Bo Bichette. And there's 2 outs. So highest team ERA in the National League. As you can see, the Nationals are on the list. 5.46 team ERA. Doesn't seem like it. Seems... So anyway, Matthew Saps is up. He's 1 for 2 with the double. It's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And he skies the pitch to right. Playable. Naquin makes the catch to retire the side. So, 4.5 played. Score is 6-3. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is J.D. Davis. He's 0 for 1.
The third baseman, J.D. Davis.
Swinging to miss the fastball in the outside corner. Strike 1. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is 0-2. Pulls it down the third base line, but it goes foul. Grounds it up the middle. Diving attempt by Ramos at second, but it goes through for a single. And they lead off the 5th with a base runner. See the replay. So Russell Martin, the catcher, steps up. He struck out in third. Steps in for a second plate appearance. Runner leads off first. Inside corner with the curveball, strike 1. Gets a piece of the changeup. Count is 0-2. He seems to get ahead 0-2 and then seems to lose some sort of focus or intensity. Misses high, ball 1. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Martin. Line drive to right field. It is in there for a base hit. And they have 2 runners on here with nobody out in the top of the 5th. The tying run will come to the plate. Manager, bullpen. Lefty, righty. We'll warm up Biddle. We'll warm up Holder. We'll go to a mound visit to calm him down a little bit. Tyler Naquin is stepping up with 2 runners on and nobody out. He struck out in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1. In there, strike 1. Swings out in front of the curveball. Count is 0-2. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count remains 0-2. In there, strike 3 called. And there's 1 away. Strikeout number 5 for Bumgarner.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
So leadoff man Joe Morgan's up there for his 3rd appearance. He is 0 for 2 today. He has 2 runners on. Outside corner, strike 1.
0-1 the count.
And he slices it down the left field line into the seats. Count is 0-2 on Morgan. And he grounds it down the line. Foul. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And he fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. And he pops it up on the left side in foul territory. Termini is there. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Batter number 11.
Bo Bichette, 2 for 5 in this series, but he's 0 for 2 today. Steps in with 2 runners on and 2 out. Pokes it to the second baseman. Ramos fields, throws to first in time, and they strand the runners. So it's still a 3-run ball game. The end of 5, official game. Bronx Knights lead 6-3. Top of the 6th. Matt Termini is 2 for 2. Steps up to lead off the 6th. Grounds it to his counterpart at third base. Throws across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 away. Anthony Millo has an RBI single today. His batting average is up to 236. Hard ground ball, base hit through the box. It's a multi-hit game for Millo. And with 1 out, they have a runner at first. So, hit leaders for the team. Ramos is leading the league, leading the team. Check that, 131 hits. So, next up is Luklitch. Hitting he's 2 for 3 today with a runner at first. Pulls it foul, strike 1. Chases a pitch low. It's an RBI single. He has a double in this game. Outside, ball 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Luklitch.
At the ball.
Down and out. Count is 2-1. Millo leads off first. There's 1 out here in the top of the 6th. It's a 6-3 ball game. Pitches outside. Hitters count on Luklitch. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here it comes. Shackles are off. And he pops it up, chases a pitch. That was ball 4. So instead, the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Will the runner be in motion? We'll see. And he flares it to left field. It might drop in. It does. It drops in there. And it is a single for Luklitch, his third of the ball game. It's runners at first and second. Obviously, Millo had to hold up and wasn't sure if it would be caught. So bloop single. He's 3 for 3. And we have runners at first and second for the Knights with only one out, with Don Mattingly stepping up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 himself with 3 runs batted in. Skies it the other way, deep, but Kingman is there. He makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs, up steps Chris Ramos, the second baseman, who is leading all vote getters in the American League for starting second baseman in the American League for the All-Star game. He's 0 for 3 today, though. Pitch is outside, ball 1. He's hitting .354 with runners in scoring position, which actually means his average is 20 points lower than his season average of runners in scoring position, interestingly enough.
That's a ball.
Pitch is high, count is 2-0. In there, strike 1. So 2 right-handers are warming up in the Nats bullpen, Rico Ortega and Alex Reyes. So 2-1 count, runners lead off first and second. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Oh, and hits him. And the bases will be loaded. Sure, there was no intent. It's the replay. So Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, steps up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Nowhere to put him. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Third baseman makes the catch and they leave the bases loaded. So, 5.5 complete. Bronx Knights will still lead 6-3. Bottom of the 6th, Willie McCovey, 1 for 2 with a single, steps up to the plate. Bumgarner is still out there for the 6th. And he fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Just misses outside. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. And he skies it the other way. At the track, O'Rourke makes the catch for the first out. Deep drive, but not enough. Dave Kingman, 1 for 2, but his 1 was a big one. It was a 2-run home run in the 4th. Get them that much closer. That was the first pitch. Pitch is low. Ball 1. Inside corner. No, he called it a ball. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Kingman. High strike, but he calls it, so count is 2-1. Home plate umpire has been a little confusing today. So 2-1 count. Cut fastball outside corner. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kingman. 1 out here in the 6th. And he's late on it. Skies it deep but foul, slicing into the seats. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-3 ball game for the Knights. It's deep the other way. It's got a chance. It is gone. It's his 2nd home run of the ball game. Home run number 25 for Kingman, a solo shot, and the score is 6-4. He's a one-man show today. So, with 1 out here in the 6th, next up is Torrey Hunter. He's 0 for 2. Manager, bullpen. Let's put Jonathan Holder in the game. That'll be all for Bumgarner. He can only win, he cannot lose. Pitched 5 in the third innings, gave up 4 runs. So, Jonathan Holder comes in out of the bullpen. Pitched in 24 games. He's 0-2 with a 5.79 earned run average. Faces Torrey Hunter with 1 out, so the base is empty. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Fouls off the changeup, count is 0-2. Torrey has 3 homers in his last 6 games, getting that power stroke going. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count remains 0-2. So it's a 6-4 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. Just misses inside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes, according to the home plate umpire. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 away. Nasty breaking ball. So next up is Paul Goldschmidt. He's 3 for 6 in this series. He has a home run today, a solo shot in the 2nd. He's up there with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a ground ball up the middle. He ranges to his left. Salazar fires. Scooped out of the dirt by Mattingly to retire the side. But it's a 2-run ball game thanks to Dave Kingman. And this, a solo shot. At the end of 6 innings of play, it's the Knights 6, the Nationals 4. So we go to the top of the 7th, and there's a pitching change. Alex Reyes comes in, his 42nd appearance. He's 2-2. Does have a save on his record, but his ERA is 8.16. And stepping up to the plate here in the top of the 7th, Jacob Salazar is 1 for 3 with a single. Pitches outside, ball 1. We're going to just go to the manager's office really quickly in the bullpen. Righty, righty, lefty. So they'll be bottom of the 7th. We'll let Holder pitch the 7th. And possibly bring in Biddle. So count is 1-0. In the dirt, count is 2 balls and no strikes on Salazar, the shortstop. Chases a pitch, could have been ball 3, but the count is 2-1. And he skies it the other way. Right there is Kingman. He makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, number 37.
So Benilo Cicero is 1 for 3 in the game with a single. Steps up with 1 out here in the 7th. And it's ground ball back to the pitcher. Nice reflexes. Reyes throws to first, and quickly there are 2 down here in the 7th.
Now batting.
So Matt Saps is 1 for 3 with a double. He scored a run today. Steps up here with 2 outs. Swing and a miss at the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Strike 1. Outside corner, strike 2.
I got the count 0-2.
And he skies it. It's towards the gap, and it will fall in there, I believe. No, it's off the top of the wall. Throwback to second is not in time. It is a 2-out double for Matt Saps. My goodness, this ball just kept going. Honestly, did not think, thought it was a chance for him to, thought it was going to one-hop to the fence, but it ended up being off the wall. Off the end of the bat. I was surprised. So runner is in scoring position with 2 outs here for Matt Termini, who is 2 for 3 today. And he skies it to center, but playable. He makes the catch to retire the side. So get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch here in D.C. It's a 2-run ball game. The Bronx Knights lead 6-4. So leading off the bottom of the 7th is J.D. Davis. He's 1 for 2.
The third baseman.
He had a single in the 5th. Holder deals, 2nd inning of work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
94 on the radar gun. Out in front of the changeup, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off the cutter, count still 0-2. Up the middle and through. It is a base hit for the leadoff man, J.D. Davis. And the tying run will come to the plate.
The catcher, number 55.
So next up with nobody out is Russell Davis. He's 1 for 2. In there, strike 1. And he flares it the other way, and it will fall in there for a single. And it's runners at first and second with nobody out here in the 7th. As the tying run is at first base and the go-ahead run is at the plate. Tyler Naquin. We've seen just about all we're willing to see. Bullpen. We'll go Jesse Biddle. Put him in the game. So in relief is Jesse Biddle, left-hander, 33rd game of the season. He's 2-2 with a 1.63 earned run average. He has 42 strikeouts in 38 2/3 innings pitched. And he faces, to start off the innings, runners at first and second with nobody out. A tough assignment. Tyler Naquin. In there at the knees, strike 1. Curveball in there, strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Outside, ball 1. Count is 1-2 on Naquin. Waste pitch. Deep drive to center. Back goes Luklitch. He's tagging, and the runner will make it to third. So with 1 out, they have a runner at third base, and there's runners at first and third. So up steps Joe Morgan. He's 0 for 3 today, but he is a dangerous hitter. Tying run is at first base. He is the go-ahead run at the plate. In there, strike 1, 96 on the radar gun. Biddle throws heat. And he slices it the other way. Count is 0-2 on Morgan. Need a strikeout or double play. Let's see what they can get. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Chases the breaking ball. And there's 2 away, and he does not get the runner home. Nasty pitch. Just dove out of the strike zone. So next up is Dante Bichette. He is 0 for 3. Outside corner, strike 1. Runners are at first and third. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 2-run ball game. Bronx Knights lead 6-3. Swing and a miss, the high fastball, 97 on the radar gun. The count is 0-2. Trying to wiggle out of this jam. Just missed. He wanted that pitch, but the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. So Biddle comes in and gets him out of the jam. So, at the end of 7, it's 6-4. Bronx Knights lead. We go to the top of the 8th. The number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo, is 2 for 3 today with an RBI. He leads off the 8th against Reyes in his 2nd inning of work. Checks the swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Attendance here in the Nationals Park, 23,993. Fouls off the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Miller. Slow roller down the third base line. In charges, throws across his body in time. Brilliant play by the third baseman. Very nice. And Millo is retired for the first out. J.D. Davis. So Max Luklitch is 3 for 4 today. He is a hitting machine. Right to third baseman. He drops it, picks it up, throws across, not in time. Too much speed at first. They're going to give him an E5. They feel like he should have fielded it cleanly. Let's watch it.
Mattingly.
Yeah, he backhanded it for no reason. Not a good play. So he reaches first on an error. There's one out. Don Mattingly steps to the plate. Donnie Baseball is 2 for 4 with an RBI today. Pitch out, but Luklitch is not running. He's easily the fastest player on the team. He has 27 steals here in the first half. We are about a week before the All-Star break. So that puts him on pace for over 50 steals. Little late on the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Don Mattingly. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the 8th. The runner at first is that's a line drive, but right at the left fielder Kingman, who makes the catch for the 2nd out. And Luklitch does not advance.
Now batting, second baseman.
So he was hit by a pitch in the 6th, but otherwise he's 0 for 3. Chris Ramos steps to the plate, quick throw to first, trying to keep Luklitch close. Fouls off the check that. Fouls off the curveball. Count is 0-1. Quick throw. Luklitch is back easily. So it is the top of the 8th. There's 2 outs. Knights lead by 2. Another pitch out, but again, nothing doing on the base paths. And it is a line drive at the shortstop. Bo Bichette makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Willie McCovey leads off for the Nats. They're down by 2. So manager, bullpen. I'm going to warm up Dylan Betances. Actually, bullpen. I'm going to warm up both of them. Swing and a miss. 96 miles an hour on the radar gun. McCovey is 1 for 3 today. In the dirt, ball 1. Line drive, just foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2 on Willie. Misses outside. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounds it weakly over to right. Ramos deals, fires, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Check that, Ramos, not Ramos. Dave Kingman has 2 home runs today. He's 3 for 7 in this series. He is hot. And we are going to go to the bullpen and put in Dylan Betances.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
His 35th appearance. His record is 1-2. His ERA is 1.85. He struck out 52 batters in 34 innings. He has been impressive this season. And he throws a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and fouls it off for strike number 1. Checks his swing, but the knuckle curve floats in there for strike 2. Hits it deep, made a bid. for home run number 3 today, but could not keep the ball fair. Inside off the plate, count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 out. Finally, somebody retires him. So next up is Torrey Hunter. He struck out in the 6th. He is 0 for 3 today. Batting average is dipped to 226 on the season. At the knees, strike 1. Out in front of the knuckle curve, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And he jams him, but it's out of play. Count is still 0-2. And he pops him up in the infield. Mattingly is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th. Bronx Knights lead 6-4. In the pitch is Zach Roskup, making his 51st appearance. His record is 2-8. He has an ERA of 10.47. How is he not in the minor leagues? Bullpen. John Smoltz will come in to pitch tonight. Scheduled to put him in the game. Michael O'Rourke is up. He is 1 for 4 today. And he pulls it foul. Strike 1. ERA 10.47. 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive, base hit, and he is 2 for 5. The leadoff man is on here in the top of the 9th. He represents an insurance run.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
Jacob Salazar, switch hitter, batting now from the right side against the lefty. And swings at the first pitch and skies it to right. He makes the catch for out number 1. Benny Cicero is 1 for 4 with a single. Lefty versus lefty. Pulls it foul. Lines it into the seats. And he takes off. It's ball. Throw down to second is not in time. Michael gets another stolen base. He is savvy on the base pass. He doesn't have blazing speed, but he's got really good base stealing instincts. So now in scoring position with 1 out. Count is even at 1-1. 2-1. Swings out in front of the curveball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lo Cicero. O'Rourke leads off second. And he slices it down the line. Will Kingman get there? He will. He will definitely get there. There are 2 outs. The runner does not advance. Nice play by Kingman.
number 31.
So Matt Saps is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles today. They're going to need a hit to get him home. And he rolls it over down the third base line. Strike 1. Saps is hitting .324 with runners in scoring position. Keep in mind his batting average is around .260. So that's 80 points better with runners in scoring position. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So he has picked up the pace when people are in second or third. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Outside again, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Termini is on deck. O'Rourke leads off second. It's a 2-run ball game. And he hits a hard line drive to center at the track, the wall. Oh, he misses it. He absolutely misses it. And Saps is going to third base. Is it an error? It's an RBI. They're giving him a triple on it. They're saying it was a tough play, so it's his first triple of the season. And they get their insurance run, and the score is 7-4. So Matt Saps has 3 hits today, including a triple. And he makes it all the way to third base before the ball comes in. So, still 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. The score is 7-4. Termini is 2 for 4. Swings and misses at pitch number 1. He's hitting an even 300 on the season. Inside ball 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. He's hitting 365 with runners in scoring position. 2 balls, 1 strike. And he skies it the other way. Long run, diving attempt, but it goes foul. He was unable to make the catch in foul territory. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Termini. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the ninth. 7-4 lead for the Knights. Here's the payoff pitch. And he rolls over on it. Goes foul. And we'll do it again. Pulls it foul again. He's up there battling. And he hits his line drive, which will be caught by the center fielder. So they do get an insurance run after the RBI double by Matthew Saps. Last licks for the Washington Nationals. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's a 3-run lead. 7-4. In for the save is John Smoltz, making his 25th appearance. He has 15 saves. His record is 3-0. His ERA is 3.20. And leading off is Tyler Naquin, who in the second inning did this. Put a charge into the ball. Well, I don't even know why they're showing Goldschmidt's home. Well, Goldschmidt hit a home run, but Tyler Naquin is up. So, oh, I'm sorry. It's Goldschmidt. My fault. In there at the knees, strike 1. Up the first base line, Mattingly takes it to the bag himself for the first out here in the bottom of the ninth.
Third baseman,
J.D. Davis is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Pitches outside ball 1. Swing and a miss over the top of the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis is 2 for 3 today. They need base runners to get the tying run to the plate. Pops it up. Mattingly is there, makes the catch for out number 2, and the Nationals are down to their final out.
the catcher, number 55, Russell.
Russell Martin's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He's got the average up to 250. He represents the final out of the game. Fouls off the split finger fastball for strike 1.
Nope. Ball 1.
Change up is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. John Smoltz, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. He's a starting pitcher. He's a closer. And he's late on the fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Nationals are down to their final strike. And he pulls it foul, but no play for the third baseman. Count remains 1 and 2. Pops it back to the screen. 99 miles an hour on the radar gun. Just gets a piece of the splitter to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 9th. 7-4 ball game. And he lines it, but it will curve foul, and Russell Martin refuses to be that final out. slow roller down the line. Termini fields, throws in time. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 7-4. So they split this series 1 game apiece, with the deciding game tomorrow afternoon, evening, what have you. So the winning pitcher is Madison Bumgarner. The save goes to John Smoltz. Washington loses to the Bronx Knights at home. Bronx Knights 7 runs, 16 hits, no errors. Washington Nationals 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. As I said before, Madison Bumgarner is the winning pitcher. It's win number 7. The loss goes to Jose Urania. John Smoltz gets the save. I believe it's save number 16. And Matthew Saps is the player of the game. Went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and a triple. So this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 on the PlayStation 4 video game system. I am RC Robbin. If you're watching this on your YouTube, on the YouTube channel, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and if you like Dungeons and Dragons, not a video game, but D&D, the role-playing game, tabletop RPG, we have a playlist dedicated to D&D here on this channel, so please check it out. We really would appreciate it. So, in any event, thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a great Super Bowl Sunday.